about UNICEF. Okay, for those of you who are not familiar with UNICEF, or if you do, UNICEF stands for United Nations Children's Fund. It was started in 1946 to help children affected by World War II. Today, UNICEF works in over 150 countries, providing kids with health care, clean water, nutrition, education, and more. One of the most shocking facts that I learned when I began working with UNICEF is that every day, 24,000 children die from things that we can prevent, like not getting enough food or medicine or clean, safe water to drink. UNICEF believes that number should be 0, and so do I. In order to better understand UNICEF's life-saving work, in early September, my parents and I went to Ghana. Ghana is right here. It is a country in West Africa where UNICEF is working hard to stop preventable deaths. Our trip was amazing, and it was a life-changing experience for me. I hope you all got to see the video from the trip that was playing when the webcast began. If you didn't, don't worry, I'm going to loop it again at the end of the webcast. Today I'm going to tell you more about what UNICEF does for kids around the world, share some stories from my trip, and tell you how you can help change the world by trick-or-treating for UNICEF this year. If you have any questions, be sure to ask. Be sure to ask anything. All right, let's start with health and nutrition. What did you guys have for lunch today? Let's see. Someone said a burger and fries. That's what I had. Thank you very much. Someone said a sandwich. Someone said school food. I didn't like it. Oh, sorry. Well, proper nutrition helps give every child the best start in life, but so many kids around the world don't get the nourishment they need. UNICEF has items called therapeutic foods, which contain the vital nutrients and minerals kids need to survive. While I was in Ghana, I tasted one of the products. It's called Plumpy Nut. It's basically a high-protein peanut paste, kind of like peanut butter. This is Plumpy Nut. Plumpy Nut comes in a package just like this, and it's ready to eat. It doesn't require any mixing or water, which means that it can be used in any situation. It only costs 25 cents a packet. It's cool, right? The other items used for the therapeutic feeding are therapeutic milk and high-protein biscuits. This is the milk, and this is the biscuit. This milk-based powder and these high-protein biscuits contain the vital nutrients kids with malnutrition need to survive. All you have to do for the milk is take this powder and put it in a bowl. They rip it open, and all you have to do is add water and mix it up, and it's milk. See? It's really that simple. This mixture right here can honestly sometimes be the difference between life and death, and it only costs $24.75 for the entire packet. The high-protein biscuits don't cost a lot either. $20 is enough for 20 packets of biscuits. With UNICEF, a little really can go a long way. You can help provide so many kids with these life-saving milk and cookies. Providing kids with the proper nutrients is very important for their survival. But did you know that malaria is one of the main reasons a lot of children in developing countries die? Malaria is a disease that is spread by mosquitoes, which breed by still water. Having malaria is kind of like having the flu, only 10 times worse. People who are infected usually have the chills or a very high fever, and they sweat a lot. Mosquitoes that carry malaria only come out between sunset and sunrise. This is an insecticide-treated mosquito net. Nets like this are used to cover families while they sleep and help protect them from the mosquitoes that carry malaria. The net has been treated with insecticide, which is a chemical kind of like the bug spray that we use during the summer to keep mosquitoes away. It helps ensure the reduction of mosquito population, and it not only prevents mosquitoes from landing on kids while they sleep, it also makes sure that the mosquitoes are not reproducing. Insecticide-treated mosquito nets are one of the most effective ways to protect children from mosquitoes that cause malaria. 2 of those nets cost only $10 and can last 2 to 3 years. For a child who is already weak because they do not have the proper nutrition, you can see how malaria can make their situation so much worse. Do you guys have any questions on health and nutrition? Let's see what you guys say. Do mosquitoes in America carry malaria? Luckily for us, mosquitoes in America do not carry malaria. They are just really annoying here. Malaria-carrying mosquitoes are typically found in Africa, Asia, and parts of Latin America. All right, so the next topic is education. What are some of your favorite subjects in school? Okay. Baby girl says she doesn't have one. Okay. All right. One says algebra. You can teach me because I'm terrible. I'm terrible at math. Biology, that's my favorite. Thank you. That's my favorite subject too. Okay. So looking at this photo of children in school, what are some of the differences between this school and yours? It's obviously outside. There's much more than need to be. I know that there are definitely times when we really don't want to go to school, but we have to. But the difference is we have the opportunity to go. Around the world, more than 100 million kids are not in elementary school. That's like all the kids in the United States, Canada, and the United Kingdom combined. There are so many reasons why kids aren't in school. Some families may not be able to afford school fees or tuition and uniforms, or they might need their children to work so they have enough money to eat and have a home. Sometimes a family may keep their child at home if they think the journey to school is too long or too dangerous to walk alone. And in some countries, people believe it's more important for boys to go to school than it is for girls. Girls sometimes have to drop out of school and dedicate themselves to housework. At times, a natural disaster or war may destroy schools and prevent kids from learning. That's when this cool item UNICEF uses, called a school in a box, is extremely vital. Okay, oops, there we go. This is a school in a box. It costs $257.45 and can provide at least 40 kids with a chance to continue their education in any situation. So we have notepads that they get to write on, and we've got crayons, and we've got scissors, we've got glue, pencils, sharpeners. All this stuff seems so simple to us, but believe me, it makes the world of a difference to these kids who just want an education. All right, so how are you guys doing? Do you guys have any question about education? Let's see, education. One says, I can't afford the whole school in a box. Is there a cheaper version I can buy? Yes. Yes, for $60 you can buy school in a bag. That provides 40 kids with a book bag, notebooks, pencils, erasers, and coloring pencils. Can you give me an example of a natural disaster where a school in a box might be used? Well, sure. Last year, when the cyclone hit Myanmar, the country was totally devastated. UNICEF went in and set up many schools using school in a box and helped many kids have a sense of normalcy in such a bad situation. Awesome. Okay, moving on to our final topic, water. Clean water is something that a lot of us take for granted. Think about how easy it is to grab a glass of water when you're thirsty, or to take a shower before you go to school. Check out this picture of this child right here. Look at his expression on his face. He's so happy to have water. I love that picture. Oh wait, do you have the little thing? Do you have a piece of paper? How much water do you guys think that you used today? Let's see. I don't have it. It's not on there. Okay, some of you said that you drank 1 bottle of water. Thank you. Well, okay, you actually, if you flushed one toilet, you used at least 5 gallons of water today. That's how much. This is really important to understand because in most of these countries, people do not have running water in their homes. They have to walk to water sources like wells. A lot of the time, these water sources are an average to about 2 miles away from a child's home. So many kids can spend the majority of their day fetching water for their families. If kids have to fetch water for the entire family, can you imagine how heavy it must be to do that all day? Does anyone know what can happen if kids drink dirty water? It doesn't taste good. Yeah, no, they don't like it. I can guarantee you that. They get sick. Yes, they get sick, and they can get diarrhea and other parasites that can make them extremely sick. While I was in Ghana, I visited a community that used to have to walk miles to get water. Sadly, after all the miles they walked, the water they were bringing home to drink and cook and clean with was contaminated and had guinea worms in it. Does anyone know what guinea worms are? Guinea worms are parasites that live